I'm talking about parenting teens, the 7 secrets to success, and this is part 6. So I want to tell you who I am. I'm Carlene Lehmann, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in private practice, and it's located in Austin, Texas. And you can go to our website at www.relationshipsmatteraustin.com to learn more about our services, and we also have lots of information to support you on this journey of parenting your teen. So some of my background is that I have worked in the public school system. I have been a general education and special education teacher, and I have worked with teens who had challenges with emotional regulation and then also interpersonal skills. So working with teachers and their friends and peers. And I did social skills groups and worked one-to-one with them and supported in the classroom. And I watched those kids grow so much. They took risks, like when things weren't going well and they were challenging. And yes, sometimes, they didn't listen at first, right? Like we'd offer some suggestions about how they could do it differently so they weren't getting in trouble or, and at first they might have been resistant. Yes, definitely some of them were. And, but over time, as we developed that relationship and that trust, they came to see like, no, she wants to help me. And she wants the best for me. She don't want me to have to go through these struggles over and over again. And they opened up, about what was going on. And sometimes there were deeper, things that were going on that weren't just about the schoolwork. And so, just watching them grow so much in those years, I had a lot of admiration for them because middle school is hard. It's not an easy time. And, they were figuring it out and learning how to navigate those challenges and becoming more confident in themselves. And then I definitely use all of that knowledge that I gained over those years in my work now as a therapist. I support teens and parents in my office, in my private practice, and, helping them to build connection and more understanding of each other and so that life can be fun and there can be more ease. And I'm also a mom of 3 teenagers, and one of my kids has Asperger's. So I do have experience with raising a kid that has a special need and the different considerations that we have to have with those kids. So here are the 7 secrets to success. Today we're talking about number 6, going back to the basics. But I want to review all the other ones. So in part 1, we talked about becoming an expert in adolescent development. In part 2, we talked about the 3 things that teens need most, which are love, boundaries, and power. And then 3, we employed or learned new communication techniques. And then 4, we talked about allowing our teen to fail, to make mistakes. And then 5 was being a good role model. And 6, which is today, we're going back to the basics. And then 7, we developed and nurtured a support network, or we're going to. We haven't gotten here yet, but that's the next part to come. So that's exciting to look forward to as well. So today we're talking about going back to the basics. And just like in that picture, the guy's shirt says respect. That's what we're talking about by the basics. So we want to treat our teen with respect. If we want them to be respectful to us, then we have got to do that for them. So a way that we can do that is to listen with both our head and our heart. The last part 5, we talked about being a good role model. And if you haven't listened to that, you might go back, because it talked about, we talked about being able to respond and not react in situations. So being able to bring in both our head and our heart together, being able to have our feelings, but have our head and our brain help to slow it down, so we don't just blurt out hurtful things, so we don't just react, but we respond. And then we want to allow our teens to express their emotions. Oftentimes that in this phase, they're not sharing as much with us as they used to when they were younger. And that's normal. That's a natural part of the process, that they want those things to become more private. Because as you become an adult, you don't want to just run around and blurt those things out just to anybody, right? When you go to work, like, you have to think about what things you do want to share and which things you want to keep private. That's an appropriate thing in the work environment. And so they're learning how to do that by holding back and keeping some of their feelings private. But we want them to express those feelings, and we want to know, right? It can be hard when they don't share as much. So let's be open and create a safe environment so that when they do want to, they can share those feelings with us. And then we need to be comfortable exercising our authority, and then also being flexible when appropriate. We are the parent, we are the adult, we're the ones that are to set up an environment where they're safe and secure and supported. We have the rules in place to keep them safe, right? But at times we need to be flexible. Maybe we had a rule that they could only stay out till a certain time, but maybe they wanted to go to a concert, and maybe this is something that is okay with you, and it's, so it's like they would need to stay out a little later to be able to do that. And so maybe we say, okay, you know what, this time we can do that. And hey, I'd be happy to come pick you up if they're not driving yet, or even if they are, hey, I really love for you to go to that show. It's past the normal time that, we have as the curfew. I would feel more comfortable if we came and pick you up, right? So that's how we can allow that to happen. It's what I call looking for a yes. How can we say yes? So we're not able to say yes to you driving yourself at midnight, but we are able to say you can go and I'll come and pick you up at midnight. We want to get help when we need it. So as a parent, it's really important to have a support system and have folks that we can reach out to. So there are times that we may need to reach out to a friend or to a professional, a doctor, a therapist, and get support, because we don't know everything. We're learning, and there's no way we can know everything about everything. Like, it's just not possible. And we go to the experts to get help. And one thing to remember is getting that help from that professional, that's a sign of strength. It's not weakness to need other people. They are experts. They spend a lot of years learning, right, about those topics and applying them with other people. So it's okay to reach out to them and get support. That's what a strong person does. to allow others to play a role in our child's life. It really does take a village to raise them. We alone cannot provide everything that they need, especially as they're getting older. So it's helpful to know those folks that are playing key roles in their life and get to know them and who they are. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out or comment below on the video. I want to know. I don't want you to feel alone or stuck. And if there's something that you have a different opinion about, hey, I am totally open to that. I would love to hear from you. That's how I learn and grow too. So if you'd like to stay connected with us, you can go to our website at relationshipsmatteraustin.com and you can sign up for our monthly newsletter. We also have articles and videos on our blog, and then we also have information on our services as well. We offer parenting support, teen counseling, family counseling, and we do offer online counseling if you're in the state of Texas. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, or contact us by phone or email. Our phone number is 512-994-0432, and my email is carlene@relationshipsmatteraustin.com. And this journey, it can be challenging at times, but you can do it. And if you need support, if you need some new tools, reach out and get those, whether they're from me or someone else, right? Don't stay stuck in it. There are answers, and you can have the connection that you want to have with your kid. You can get there. So reach out if you need that, okay? All right. Take care.